Have discussed about like how to build and run this Spring Boot with Postgres application into the Kubernetes cluster. Okay, now I'm going to talk about how to integrate this Spring Boot with Postgres application in nginx Kubernetes ingress controller. Okay, so what is Kubernetes ingress and Kubernetes ingress controller? So that's what like I'm going to discuss about in this video. So before I'm going to talk about this ingress, so I just want to talk about like what is the difference between cluster IP and node port and load balancer. Okay, so basically the cluster IP in the sense, so the cluster IP access the services through the proxy. Okay, the cluster IP can access services only inside the cluster, and whereas like node port, so basically that cluster IP don't have external access. So that's what the cluster IP. And coming to node port, so the node port will have a external access. Okay, the node port opens a specific port on each node of the cluster, and traffic on that node is forwarded directly to that service. Okay, so each node will have a one port. Okay, so this node port will have like 30163. so if you won't specify this node port, so it randomly picks the port from the range from 30,000 to like 32767, some range is there. Okay, so it's going to pick up that node port randomly. Okay, so that is the node port. Okay, and so coming to the load balancer. Okay, so what is load balancer? So basically a load balancer service is the standard way to expose a service to the internet basically. Okay, so basically the node port is not recommended like to expose the service, because we will have like only one port for one service. Okay, so basically we in the real-time applications we will use the load balancer. Okay, so that network load balancer that will give you a single IP address that will forward all traffic to your service. So that is the load balancer. So like if you want to like expose a service, so that is a load balancer is a good way. Okay, and coming to ingress. Okay, so what is ingress? So basically, so let me show you the ingress, Kubernetes ingress website. Okay, so if you observe here, so this is the Kubernetes official website. So an API object that manages the external access to the services in a cluster, so typically HTTP. Okay, so it will manage the external access to the services in a cluster. That's what the Kubernetes ingress. Okay, so to manage this ingress we need a ingress controller, guys. So I will explain. So ingress exposes the HTTP and the HTTPS routes from outside the cluster to the services within the cluster. Okay, so if you observe here, we have internet. Within the internet we will have the ingress, so that ingress will provide the access to the services. This ingress will act as an entry point. Okay, so so you can do a lot of things within the ingress. Okay, and so we have like there are like many types of ingress controllers available in the market. Okay, so basically if you observe here, so an ingress may be configured to give a services externally reachable to the URLs, load balance traffic, so terminate SSL, TLS, and offer name based virtual hosting. Okay, basically to you must have an ingress controller to satisfy this ingress. Okay, so I will show you so what are the ingress controllers are available. Okay, so you see here, so in order for the ingress resource to work, so the cluster must have an ingress controller running. So the Kubernetes have like GC and the nginx controller. Okay, so the additional controllers also we will have like AKS application gateway, Ambassador API gateway, apps coding, and AWS ALB ingress controller, Concur, and we have Glue, HA proxy, Istio. So this Istio is popular one, and Kong and nginx and skipper. We have a lot of this controllers are available in nginx. So I'm going to talk about nginx controller in this video. Okay, so let me, yeah, so first of all, like so I'm going to use the Helm here, okay, to search this nginx ingress. Okay, so this is the stable version, guys. So I'm going to install this nginx ingress controller. Okay, so to install that we have a command. So let me copy that command. Okay, paste here. So basically I'm going to, okay, so Helm install stable nginx ingress, name my nginx and set rbc.create true. Okay, that's it. So one argument, Helm install stable nginx ingress. Okay, what happened? So it's going to install this nginx, okay, controller. It is saying that my nginx is already there. Okay, so I'm going to change this name because my nginx name is already available in my Kubernetes cluster. So let me change ingress. Okay, so and so basically, like so if you are deploying your service in the cloud environment like AWS and so Google Cloud Platform, so they will provide like their load balancers, so like ELB for AWS. So like if you are working locally like with Minikube, okay, so you have to define like some load balancer. So I'm going to use the MetalLB load balancer here. Okay, so this MetalLB is a load balancer implementation for bare metal Kubernetes clusters using standard routing protocols. Okay, so I'm going to install this Kubernetes, this bare metal LLB load balancer. Okay, so so this is the installation, guys. So once nginx is installed, so I'm going to get the box. So it's going to like install this okay, so let me kubectl get all. Okay, so it's going to install this this nginx ingress controller. Okay, and so it will take like couple of seconds, guys, to install this ingress controller. Okay, so in the meantime, so I will explain like how to install this MetalLB load balancer. Okay, so go to this installation path. So here we will find like installation by manifest. So here we have like 3 YAML files. One is namespaces YAML file, another one is MetalLB YAML file. Okay, and we have one more command, okay, to install this MetalLB system members list. Okay, so you can execute one by one. Okay, and so let me check whether it has been the ingress controller has been, yeah, so the ingress controller has been installed successfully. Okay, so let me install this MetalLB. So let me copy this and paste here. Okay, and so this MetalLB, paste here, and finally this okay. So because this is already exists, that is the reason it won't take much time. So if you are doing like first time, so it will take a couple of seconds. So kubectl that get name spaces. So after you install this MetalLB systems, you will find the namespace that is MetalLB system here. So that is actually running. If you observe the status, it is actually running here. Okay, and so one more thing, you have to define the config map to define your load balancer IP range. Okay, so basically, so here we have a config map, so which will have like some range here. So that is 192.68, like 240 to 250. So you have to define like your Minikube IP address range. Okay, so let me check Minikube IP. So this is my Minikube IP address. Okay, so what you have to do is you can copy this config map and you can define your IP here. Okay, so that is like 192.168.64 dot from 220 to 250. You can define like some range here, so that IP address range will take as a load balancer range. Okay, so that is the thing, guys. Okay, and I will show you how it will take. Kubectl get all. Okay, so if you observe here, so my let me check. So Minikube IP, so my Minikube IP is 192.168.64.3. okay, so that I took the range as a load balancer range 192.68.64 by 64.220 to 250. So if you observe here, this NGINX ingress controller, so external IP address as took it as from starting, so that is 220. Okay, if you observe here, okay, so we have external IP. So if you don't have MetalLB load balancer, this MetalLB, if you don't have MetalLB load balancer in your Minikube cluster, so this external IP will show as none. Okay, because I already have that MetalLB load balancer in my system, that is the reason it is showing this IP address range that we have defined. So this config map IP address range, so I have defined the range from 220 to 250. That is the reason it is showing 220. Okay, so MetalLB and NGINX ingress controllers are ready now. Okay, so we are ready to set up our service with this ingress controller. Okay, so what I am going to do is, so this is the official website of the Kubernetes ingress controller. Okay, so you can just start the Minikube. Okay, so to enable the ingress controller in your Kubernetes cluster, you have to use this command. Okay, so I'm going to use this command to enable. So Minikube add-ons enable ingress. Okay, so it is going to enable the ingress controller in your Kubernetes cluster. Okay, so after that you can see so whether it is enabled or not by using this command, that is kubectl get path nkube system. So let me check. So yeah, this one. So this NGINX controller is actively running on my Kubernetes cluster. Okay, so you can ignore this about two lines. So this is related to like another NGINX controller. Okay, you can just ignore the about two NGINX controller lines. Okay, so now So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to integrate with my Spring Boot with Postgres application. So this nginx ingress controller. Okay, so this is actually running in my Kubernetes cluster, that we have discussed in the last session, kubectl.get pods. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create one ingress controller. Okay, so we have to define a ingress resource. Okay, so that ingress resource, so this one. So let me create one more YAML file in the resources.folder. Spring Boot, okay, ingress.yaml file. So let me paste here. Okay, so this will have like API version and the kind. So what kind of object it is? So it is ingress object and metadata name. Okay, and we have annotations. So that annotation is nginx ingress kubernetes.io rewrite.target. And so we have to define the rules. Okay, so basically in ingress, so you can define a set of rules that your control actively listens to. Okay, a load balancer service is something that you could listen to these ingress rules. So you can deploy ingress rules, but they will not work unless mapped to a controller. Okay, so this host name I'm going to define something Spring Boot ingress KTS, okay, .info. This service name, so I'm going to define my service name. So kubectl.get svc, sorry, so this is my service name, guys. So I'm going to take the service name. Okay, so which is going to listen on this service port 8080. And if you want to define your if you want to define, you can define your own path, but so I'm going to take my service path here. Okay, and the host name is Spring Boot ingress k8s.info. Okay, and we should define this annotation. Okay, so because I'm using this nginx ingress controller, right, so that's what we have to tell to this Kubernetes cluster. Hey, I'm using the nginx Kubernetes cluster, nginx ingress controllers. Okay, so that's what we will say to that this Kubernetes cluster. Okay, so now so we can execute this and see whether it's working or not. So let me apply this YAML file. So kubectl apply -f, that is Spring Boot ingress.yaml. okay, so it's created. Okay, you can check with kubectl get ing. Okay, sorry guys. So that is like example ingress controller has been created successfully. Okay, kubectl describe ing. If you want to describe, so you can just see by using this command. Okay, so this is our ingress controller. So that we have a host Spring Boot ingress k8 info and the path this one, and this is mapped to this IPs. Okay, and so we have this rewrite target here. Okay, and finally we have to define this host name in our local host file. Okay, so let me add that one as well. Okay, so sudo nano, so our host file is available in etc.host file. Okay, so it is asking password, so let me open that. So here we have to define our host name, so that we have defined in ingress controller. Okay, this one. Okay, so but the IP range, so kubectl get all. So let me maximize this, guys. So here, so this NGINX ingress controller is listening on this port, that is 192.168.64.220. so we have to define, so our IP address range here. Okay, when you define your host name, so we have to define your IP, that is load balancer IP. Okay, and restore this and copy this and paste here. Okay, so this is the host name, so which will listen on this load balancer IP. Okay, so let me save this. That's it. Okay, so yeah, that's it, guys. So let me check whether it's working or not. Okay, this is the, so the endpoint will start with, so HTTP Spring Boot Postgres K8s info. So that this is API employees is a context path. Okay, so let me hit the endpoint and see whether it's working or not. Could not send request. Spring Boot Postgres K8s info. Okay, path is wrong, guys. So Spring Boot Postgres K8s.info ingress. Okay, it's not working. Okay, yeah, I have to define this one more annotation here, that is nginx dot ingress. Yeah, we have to define one more annotation here, guys. So that is this one. Okay, I forgot to add that one. So ingress class, so that we are telling to that Kubernetes cluster, hey, we are using this ingress class as nginx. Okay, that's what this annotation mean. Okay, so let me copy this and you can apply this YAML file. Okay, and you can rerun this application again and see whether it's working or not. Still it's not working. Let me copy this. Okay, we are getting empty response, so let me post some data by using body. Okay, so it is taking initially time, guys. Okay, this is how you can define like so ingress controller, and so if you have like n number of services, you can define like this. Okay, so if you have like another service, you can define, so with this service name and the service port and the path. If you have like additional path, you can define like something product service. Okay, so the path, if you starting, so if the path you want to start as a product, so you can just define like product and order, so whatever it may be. Okay, and so we can define like n number of services here. So it's added successfully. Okay, it's working fine, guys. So let me get it by using specific employee ID. So it's working, but a little bit slow, but I'm not sure why it's very slow, this one. Okay, it's working fine. Let me get all the employees. So this is how you can integrate this Spring Boot with Postgres application with your nginx ingress controller. Okay, So if you have any doubts, so please let me know in the comment section, so I will try to help you guys. Okay, and so if you like this video, so please go ahead and like my video and subscribe my channel. Okay, so thanks for watching. Bye, have a good day.